Free pile. Well, that was an interesting ride home. Let's see, I didn't really get a good look at this. Does it pull over? Yay, pulls over. Pull cord might need some help. Oh, it's got a tag. Ran nicely. How old do you think that is? This tag's cracking and crumbling. I think it's been sitting for quite a while. Hey guys, what's going on? Today I picked us up another project here. This is one of these big commercial like landscaper blowers. I guess you could call it a push blower or a walk behind blower or something. I'm really not sure what to call it. As you saw in the first clip, this came from the free pile, also known as the curb. And also, as you probably saw, it had a tag here that says, ran nicely. So yeah, this tag looks like it's very old. In fact, it actually broke in that clip, I believe. But I figured in this video we could do a Musty One style will it run on this, see if we can't get it going and usable again. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and manage to get that thing up on this bench, and we'll go from there. Alright, so it's up there. Wasn't fun, but I did get it up there. And I just got a little nervous because all that fell off. So it makes me a little scared to see how this thing's going to end up turning out. I know it's pretty rusty on the front, but I didn't think it was anything too major. But not so sure about that anymore. It looks like this tire might be alright, it's just low. That one over there looks a little dry rotted and a little flat, if you ask me. But it does turn over. That's always good. And these big impellers act like flywheels and just keep the thing spinning for forever. Also looks like there's some sort of way to change the airflow direction. Maybe. I'll have to play with that later, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and set the tripod up here and we'll start diving into this thing. Alright, so I think I'm going to start by checking for spark. It's always a good place to start. This plug wire looks pretty crusty. I mean, so does the rest of the machine, but how old is this thing? Looks like the numbers are up here. 1984. That looks like it was the last time it ran, too. Ooh. The gas cap's new, though. That's nice. Or new-ish. I'd say that plug is kind of crusty and rusty and old. But hey, who knows, it might still work. Let's see. Yep, we still got spark. Cool. The nice thing with it being an 84, there's no points or anything. They got rid of those in I think 83 or 82. What do you say we dribble a little bit of gas down that plug hole and we'll see if it fires off. You know, I just dribbled some gas down the plug hole. Was all ready to fire it off and I didn't even bother to check the oil. Probably be a smart idea. Looks like there might be some in there. Looks dark though. Oh geez, no, I'm wrong. Wow. There's actually nothing in there. Yeah, that's dry. Wow. Oh, it's a good thing I checked then. That would have been a short video. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna dump some oil in here first and we'll go from there. Alright, so I got the trusty oil funnel here. It's probably twice as old as the engine. But I have something here, this is like 8 ounces, and then I have a full one over there I'm gonna use. But here we go. But I think that should probably do it. I think that's good enough to run it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff away here, and I will be back in a second. Alright, so I just dumped a little gas down the cylinder. I'm going to put my earmuffs on because these 8-horse engines are pretty loud. I'm also going to stand on just this side just in case that blower shoots any crap out, but let's see what we get. Choke is off, that should be fine. Here we go. Wow, that's weird having... it's weird having all that flywheel on there. You have to wait so long to pull it again. I feel like we should have gotten something by now. A little pop or smoke or something. I'm wondering if that plug is no good. I mean, it was pretty rusty and crusty on the inside. Let's check one more time for spark here. See if it's still going. Oh yeah, we got really good spark with that thing. Of course, you have to get it going to a certain RPM before it'll make spark. But that should have been enough to get us to fire off a little bit. I'm gonna move this over here so I don't get zapped. Let's just check for compression. I never really did. Well, that might do it. We have 0 compression. Alright. I guess we're pulling the head on this thing. I have a feeling it's got a stuck valve. That would be why it wouldn't start up. Yeah. No compression. Alright. Should have checked for that first. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull that head and see if we can't fix what I'm assuming is a stuck valve. It's just funny, when all that flywheel, I didn't really feel anything and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that, you know, the flywheel was pulling it through the compression real easy, or that it was a little bit on the low side or something, but oh well. So let's get that head off of there. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I did this clip about 4 times because each time I went to pop the head off, there was something else in the way. First there was a bracket here, then the gas tank, then these things. I've never worked on one of these 8-horse engines before, or I shouldn't say that. I've never had the head off one of these before, so I didn't quite realize what was in the way. But I think now we are ready to pop this thing off of here. Sneak this crap out of the way. And get that monster out of there. Wow! I've never seen inside one of these before. That is pretty big and pretty carbony. And let's see. Both valves are seated. Oh, I lied. Wait, no. Okay, both valves are moving. Oh. But the piston isn't. That might be a problem. You see a problem here? Oh wow. Okay, maybe they didn't drain the oil out of it on purpose. Maybe they ran it without oil and blew the thing up. Alright. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that, I'm not gonna lie. This does move, though. And there is some scoring in the board, but it really doesn't look terrible. Huh. That's really interesting. I might have to dive a little further into this one than I originally anticipated I would. But, you know, I'm gonna see if I can detach this engine and get this thing apart, because I'm very curious what happened. Because the board doesn't look too badly scored. I would think that if it ran without oil, wouldn't that be scored? I mean, I think it threw a con rod. I think we could say that, but this is very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do to separate the engine from the rest of the blower. And if worse comes to worse, I do have a parts engine that I think is alright. So I could just pull all the parts off this one and get that one on here and get this thing going again, but wow, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so I'm definitely going to detach this. I'm very curious to see what it looks like on the inside. And like I said, I have a parts engine, so I should be able to get one of these 2 engines going. I'm kind of doubting it will be this one. I'm assuming it will be the parts engine, but I'm going to go ahead and pull a bunch of this crap off of here, get it down to the block, and then see how difficult this impeller is going to be to separate from the shaft, and then get this engine off. And then after that's all done, we can pop this back piece here and see what exactly happened to this poor thing. So guys, sorry if this video is going to be a little choppy. I've recorded a bunch of video. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to edit it. But I spent a lot of time trying to beat this stupid fan blade off the engine, and I couldn't get it, so I gave it to my buddy who has a nice set of acetylene torches and a bunch of other metalworking crap, and he could not get this thing to budge. He spent like an hour on it. He could not get it to budge. So I guess that makes this thing one big pile of scrap metal. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cut this impeller off with my angle grinder so we can free the engine, because this engine's got a bunch of parts I can use to get another 8-horse Briggs like this running that I have. That's a parts engine. It was the one I was going to throw on here, but I guess I can't do that. So, and then this cart and these wheels and the blower and everything, that's going to be a nice selection of scrap metal for when I need to repair things or build things in the future. I do have a plan of something that's going to need a bunch of random eclectic scrap metal pieces in the future. But I guess what I'm going to do is cut that thing off, and then we can take a look into why this engine blew up. So this isn't going to be a will it run anymore, I'm sad to announce, but it will be a why did it blow up type video. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and we'll put the engine on the bench and see what blew up. Alright, so after about half an hour of cutting this crankshaft with a hacksaw, it was the only way I could get in between the blower and this thing was with a hacksaw. So yeah, I spent half an hour. Engine's finally free. I drained the oil, which if you remember was brand new when I put it in, and that's what it looks like now. So that pisses me off a little bit that I wasted, you know, a quart of good oil just to have it come out looking like that. So that's going to have to get put in the can, the recycling can, I guess. I have another one of these Arizona cans down here. I keep calling them cans, I mean jugs. I store the old oil in, and I recycle that at the recycling center. But I think, now that that's all out of the way, I'm going to buzz all these bolts out of here, and we'll pop this piece off and see just what exactly happened to this engine. You know, normally when they throw rods, they kick them out the side of the engine, but I don't see any holes. So I am kind of curious to see what happened. But anyways, I'm going to just take these bolts off, and when something interesting happens, I'll turn the camera back on. There's a storm a-brewing. Wow. It's got to be the first thunderstorm of this year. Alright, time for the big reveal. These are always a pain in the ass to get off. They always want to stick and not come off and be annoying, so. Starting to open a little bit, maybe. You don't want to miss and punch a hole right through it, though. That's the only thing. Yay, it's finally coming apart here. There we go. Now, judging by the color that the oil came out of it, oh geez, yeah. I just made a big mess, though. That's the only problem. Hold on. I just made a big mess. Well, there's your problem. Holy crap. Wow. Jesus. That connecting rod is gone. It's in chunks. Holy crap. Wow. I've never seen anything quite like that before. That's pretty impressive. The connecting rod just disintegrated. I'm just going to wipe up this mess. I'll be back in a second. Well, there's your problem. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this. The connecting rod just exploded inside, but didn't punch out the side of the block at all. I mean, almost everything else is fine. I mean, the piston got chewed up a little bit there. I mean, the rings are good. The bore is good, and the crankshaft is still fine too. I mean, there's metal chunks all over the bottom of the crankcase here. It's insane. It's just weird to me how the only thing that was damaged was this connecting rod. This connecting rod just exploded, and everything else is completely fine. It's just weird to me, but whatever. Yeah, you can see this was the slinger. That was straight at one point. These went together like that, and then there was a good chunk of rod that is just now gone, because that was probably about that long. That was just completely obliterated. Like, here's a chunk that came out of the oil. That might be a problem. Yeah. Oh, that's insane. But yeah, you win some, you lose some, I guess. This thing was not meant to be. But what is good is that I have another one of these engines, which has been a parts engine for a while. Since I got it, actually. I stole the shroud off that for the generator I did a video on. The Voltmaster generator. And it's been a parts engine since. And this thing's got the parts I need to make that one a complete one. And I think I also might borrow the carburetor off this to just do a test on my ideal with. So there are plenty of good things about this engine still. Things that I can save and whatnot. The bore and the block, honestly, are fine. You know, everything's fine except for the connecting rod. So I gotta look at my other one. I might end up using this whole engine block and transferring just a new piston and rod and stuff into here or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to do a new crankshaft too because I cut this one. But yeah, no, it's insane. Whoa, there goes the piston. That would have broken things like they aren't already. But yeah, no, this thing's insane. I've never seen anything quite like this before. But yeah, I got quite a bit of scrap metal and a bunch of good parts from this, so I'm still pretty happy despite the fact I couldn't see this thing run. So anyways guys, thank you all for watching. I hope this video didn't turn out too choppy. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what exactly happened to this poor thing. Yeah, I'm still kind of shocked. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like this. But anyways guys, thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, hit the little like and subscribe buttons, and leave a comment if you have one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.